Hey class, Dr. Nisley here. Just wanted to give you some information about week two. First of all, I think I went over this with you last week, but if not, just make sure if you're getting work to me late, make sure you get permission beforehand. And it's fine if you have a personal thing that's going on, if your kid's sick or whatever, then just let me know beforehand. Get my approval so that we can play by the rules of the college. If you turn stuff in late without my approval or permission, then I need to take it off per the Crown College policy because I work for Crown College and you guys are all going there, so we need to keep the playing field even for everybody. I hope you understand that. As I'm looking at your discussions, I'm going to look for outstanding work for an outstanding grade, and I think I've explained to you already, an outstanding grade is something that's given to something that relies heavily on scholarly materials, and I like to see direct quotes from the scholarly materials, from your textbooks in the course, or from other published materials. And I think that that's kind of what separates the men from the boys and the women from the girls, if you will, in a situation like this. So I am looking forward to seeing that and getting into grading your assignments, which I'm going to try and do pretty quickly. By the way, I am going back to work full-time now at the church after my cardiac event 3+ months ago, and so I'm preaching my first sermon in 3 months on Sunday, so I would really appreciate your prayers as I get that ready, but I want to make sure that I get your work done too. Hey, listen, this week when you are involved in the class discussion, and if you want to draw from the works of Carson and Nielsen, I would highly suggest that you do that. But there are a number of different authors, for instance, John Piper and Tim Keller, who have written chapters. Those authors who wrote those chapters are the authors that you will list in your parenthetical citation. So it'll be Keller or Piper and not Carson and Nielsen. And there's a little blurb in the announcement that I'm going to post that will explain that to you. Got any questions? Once again, please give me a call. Now, when you're working on your week 2 assignment, please make sure that you list the topic that you're writing about before you give me your 10 verses from the book of Luke. And make sure they're just from Luke, not from Luke and Acts. Acts will be another assignment for a different week. And then you want to make sure that you have what the rubric is asking for as insightful comments. So what do I think is an insightful comment? Well, once again, just so I can grade it fairly, if it's something that you're pulling in from Bach or Carson and Nielsen or from Spader and Mays or some of the other course materials, Duval, I believe, give me a direct quote, give me a correct parenthetical citation for that, and then use that as one of your references at the end. But so that's the way that I separate, once again, the excellent papers from just the standard papers. So if you want to get an excellent grade, then make sure that you have scholarly references for the Bible verses that you choose. Otherwise, it really is just a cut and a paste venture, which is great. I'm so glad that we can use our computers and use them well. But remember, if you really think this through, you can be pulling out meaningful biblical verses you can use in your capstone project, and you can also be pulling in some interesting citations which you can use in your capstone project too. So we're really trying to not give you busy work, but to have you work ahead towards your final project. Make sure that you have 4 new references and make sure those are correctly cited per APA. Let me see. I think that's pretty much it. I will be working on grading your stuff and getting it back to you as soon as possible. Any questions or issues, just give me a shout. May the Lord bless you and have a great week as you look at the theme of God Himself in the writings of Luke and Acts. All right, take care. Bye-bye.